Alright. Hopefully my controller is working now. Okay, my controller is working now. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Let's get this stabber. Yes! Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis! Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Huh? The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected in wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. There's one difference, decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. And my first time without Faye helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright! I'll be with you the whole way! Did I hit done on this? Did I actually switch my... I'm not sure if I hit done or not. And switched up my category and stuff. The court is now on trial for the session for the trial of Miss Lana Starr. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. I haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more versatile in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to the crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Ho, caviar. I've never eaten caviar. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said in the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Your Honor. Miss Starr. Just who is this lady? If I may have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. The B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of the A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on your principle, Your Honor. It seems that some losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, give them your words, Miss Starr. Why are they talking about me? Okay. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely owned detective instincts working. Then, through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Garish? Garish? Whatever. How did she apprehend, Sky if she was on the other side of the fence? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand, and she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the good Detective Goodman's chest. Bring the lunchbox to your boyfriend, I'll touch it. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uniformed opinion is duly noted, given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Hold it! This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with polyamorousness. However the heck you're supposed to say it, polyamory. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunch, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to thank before replying. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room. That would be the room with the security sign. I told you we should have gone there before before we did the trial. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I'm parked at B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely owned detective instincts working. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like that feeling when you get a view of a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's instincts, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience in the streets. A greenhorn. I, of course, am hard yellow, sharp as a tack. I bet you stink. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Then, through a wired fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to the garish car. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes. But Mr. Edgeworth? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed, it was. I don't think Edgeworth should be allowed to be in this case because he's personally involved. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. She's telling the truth we're doing. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain. Witness! In your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Dude, he probably does, though. He probably does what? Probably does what? Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to waste the confidence of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline somewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph. You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. This is my first time seeing this photograph. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Wow, this is the most certainly the defendant. Oh, that's unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Is she right-handed, or is she left-handed? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I say the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. That's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. Are you sure it was easier than... I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad would have been a better metaphor? So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Reconnection successful? Back in the green? Alright, and we're back. We are back. Reload if you're still having difficulties. Watching. Come on, Green, do your thing. Alright. Alright. I'm back to green. Alright. The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Miss Wright. We can make it. Is that before anything else? Scientifically speaking, Mrs. Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the head witness a bit. For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that! Oh, I'm on my way to deliver the lunch to my boyfriend. I don't know. I have to present something. But what do I present? Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so what? Gang gang! Hold on. Alright, I'm back. I don't know what I need to present. And when. I want to save the state because I'm a little chicken baby. Present this knife. I bet Angel's this guilty party. She's sus AF. What do you think about doing this? No, I'm not sure after all. Yeah, no, but okay, that's what I was thinking was gonna happen. I mean, it might be. She might be. One knife wound. Check. Okay. Off blood from a chest wound. Hold on. I'm back. My dog was just brought in, so there's gonna be some background noise. I genuinely don't know. Don't throw up on my bed, please! You okay, Cookie? She didn't throw up, she was just dry heaving. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, she's okay. She was just dry heaving for a second. She went into my closet, which she has claimed as her room. She gets mad if I go in there. And I don't hear her dry heaving anymore. I think she just went to bed. Is this where I present this? No, it's not. Okay. Load state again because I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. I knew this day would always come. My attorney's badge. Objection. I'm clear. I'm glad she's all right. It's cute. She has her own little room. Yeah. It's where I put her food and water, and it's where she takes her treats, and it's where she keeps her dog bones. On my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Wait a second. This boyfriend, he's the detective? This is a security board. Now we're going to have several. Here to join 9 else. On the second level, so you can see everything that we're inside. I can see it in lunchbox for the car. This is a D block. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I've pressed her on everything. I'm gonna press her on everything again. It's on the second floor. Yes, I know. She's by this B block. Hold it. You sent something. Yes. Young cheese. Into a wire fence. My gosh, car, you mean? We're not capable. I'm certain it was her. She crossed here. I don't know. What can I present? Goodman's ID? Didn't you mention what hand was dominant with what's her face? Yabba-dabba. I don't care about Yabba-dabba. Okay. It doesn't say what hand's her dominant hand. And unlike with Edgeworth, where it said that he had his right hand, there's no prints on the knife. Death to a knife, loss of blood. One knife and died with. No, I didn't mean that. Okay. Wait, there's no print on the knife? No, there's not any print on the knife. Which I don't think so. That's what it said, right? Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Which means that she had time to... Which means she had time to wipe the prints off the knife. But if Angel got to her immediately afterwards, she wouldn't have had time to wipe off the knife. I want to save the state because I'm a chicken baby. Dude, you're right! Yeah, but how do I say that? Like, how do I, Okay, I'm just gonna load state. I can examine this. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or what Edward's caught himself doing now, but what's Edward doing with a knife like this anyways? Hey, maybe he spent this weekend wrapping it in the wild. Edward in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory was more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. I don't know, you're the one playing the game. Truth. And there's a scary thought. Wait, hold on a second. Is there anything on the back of the knife? No, there's not. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna literally just save the state here. And go through every single piece of evidence. Through every single word. I already messed up on the first one, but oh well. Does she have a parking stub? Let's do it. I think I actually might know. I think I might know. Is it this? Victim's note? Nope, it's not. Okay. So yeah, let's just go through and... Present. File. Save state. Slot 1. Let's just do this. This evidence clearly... Exactly that in the evidence was... Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think. Somehow I always knew a deal like this would come. Goodman's ID! The prosecutor trophy! The knife! The parking stub! I'm just gonna load the state so I don't have to go through all that again. Okay, so starting the Blue Badger. This is gonna take a really long time. What happened? We lost. We only have so many exclamation points in the top right. So when all the exclamation points run out, we lose. Wait, maybe. Present a cell phone. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does not, actually, does it? Okay, load the state again. I'm so sorry that I'm bumbling through this case right now. I would make a terrible defense attorney. Never call on me. Never call on me. Crime photo. I can't see it well enough. Nope, okay. Damn, who am I gonna get to represent me now? I mean, if you really want me to represent you, I figured it out. I figured it out. I figured it out. See, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can represent you. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure it's a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? And why is Miss Guy not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? Is that what you need? Is that you? It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat. It's a black and white photograph. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Objection! That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems that was slightly unclear. I apologize. That's it? You run out of lunch. You order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering a jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Those gloves do seem to tell premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, as is your testimony. Murder was planned. Rubber gloves prove it. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry that took you off the course, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I gotta think of a way to show that it wasn't premeditated. It's only a flash from Miss Wright, you said. Okay, so... Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Save state, slot 1. Are you sure about that? Because I have a cell phone. Okay, so the cell phone wasn't it. How do I prove that it wasn't planned though? Goodman's ID! Because it was on the floor away from it! No, that wasn't it either. If I was a defense attorney, I would just be throwing out random things as well, so. And slamming on the desk the entire time. Okay, so... What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? No. Okay. So I need to already go through this. Okay. Throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Precisely. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do right now. Present my attorney's badge. Although blood is hardly sticky. Truth. So it's not the attorney's badge. File. Save state so that I don't accidentally. Objection! It's the knife. Witness! Do you know what this is? Are you trying to tell me? It's a box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor of the district, right? Mommy, are the prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me that the gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if we were going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Truth. Ugh. Oh. Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in my favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the box lunch you're eating is humble pie. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? If you weren't deluding yourself into thinking the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. This shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. Prosecution. Hey, sorry to disappear. I was working on something. What have I missed? Okay, so Allie lost in the Pokemon versus we were doing, so we switched over to Phoenix Wright, in which I've really just been bumbling through this entire case because I have no idea what I'm doing. But we have Angel Starr, who says that she saw the murder and that she knows it's premeditated, but we're like, no, because she didn't bring the murder weapon. We got to the point the murder was the plan thrown out. Yeah. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. Huh? The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she hadn't, why was she even wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else can drive that human machine to plunge into the knife and again and again. Incorrect. It was only one. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, though. So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning on to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may cross-examine the witness. Okay, hold on. Lana Skye. That's why she saw the victim on the way to the prosecutor. I'm sure nothing else can punch machine and again and again. Incorrect, because according to this, one knife wound. Objection, Your Honor! You say she stabbed him again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is going under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. Dude, is she really trying to flirt her way into giving a false statement? Oh, sorry, I forgot to give it in your voice. Dude, is she really trying to flirt her way into giving a false statement? What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that his death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha, you're right. Good work, show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. Why do you make me sound like a character from South Park? You girl, you're 16. I'm not good with female voices. It's either that or you can have the same voice as Sierra. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? Nah, I'm chilling. I'm just switching up your voice every single time I say it anyways. When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she had stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you thought you saw was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Miss Starr turned out to be as short-tempered as challenging her ability to cut off. The short wick burns at the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it have been on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck, so she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook it for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. I jogged with a bib, that's why this place feels so much like a kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I hate her use of the word scientific. I'm gonna give you the same voice as Angel. I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss. Okay, I can give you a different voice. You. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance! Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr turned out to be as short-tempered as which. Okay. Okay. So I have to present something here, and I'm about to lose, so I'm going to save the state. Nope, that was wrong. You can tell when it's not wrong because the music will stop. Is she wearing her muffler in this picture? She's not. Present. Objection, Your Honor. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be! Only a true professional could be so clueless. I'm sure you'll make a good lunch, lady. Have no fear. Harsh work, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well, now, where were we? So if Sierra's voice is like this, then I should make your voice a little higher. Boom, roasted. I'm sorry, I'm really not good with female voices. The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, now back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us more about that. Very well. I'm great. Thank you. I remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might be just be the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect continued to run off to the partition off to her side. Quickly caught her, arrested her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler, which would have confused me in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me. Angel Starr. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Attorney Wright gets bitten by snakes. Seriously, shut up, Angel. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rah! Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examiner. The suspect is run up to a partition to the side. So where is this partition on the floor plan? I'm sure she was next. I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Question, how'd you do that through the wire thing? You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the entire time. Maybe I should focus more on you. No, I meant to... Find out. Very well, you may continue with the death money. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. There's no way Angel has any pull. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? She's a lunch lady. Well, she used to be a thing. If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard was it say the word muffler. Just one word? So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. We need to check the muffler of the car. We need to check the muffler of the car. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking to on her phone. Phone, you mean this cell phone? By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimate? My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see this, sir. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right, near the car there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should ask. You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. She gave up trying to use the phone and wanted to use her cell phone. Except, I'm gonna save this stage just in case I'm wrong for this. Nope, I was wrong. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Oh, I was gonna ask the same thing. I'll only do it this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partisan. Then she tried to pick up the emergency phone, but the wall was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then I boldly grabbed her arm. The chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? She made to escape? Can you be more specific? She pressed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a doll put lard on a plate of full gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on the side of the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The car entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partisan to the oil drums. Excellent, more mysteries. She could solve a few before finding more, though. I feel like she sucks at talking because I suck at talking. I hate Angel so much. Why does she suck at talking? Because I suck at talking. That's the answer. Miss Sky tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. She made to it. Oh, I already did this one. I'm going to save the state again because I'm down to only 2 exclamation points. She tried to run. Why didn't she just use the knife again? I mean, that's what I would do. If I ever hypothetically murdered someone. Like, if somebody's trying to catch me and I have a knife, like, dude, just stab, stab, stab once again. Well, she's not the killer. Truth, 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 truth. That's what I was trying to point at. Okay, so it wasn't that. What is it then? Nope. Okay. Did I present this already? I did. Okay. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be something. Keep throwing things at the wall until it sticks. Wait a second. This was found in the muffler. Was it found in the muffler? I don't know. No, 'cause it says it was found in the trunk. So it wasn't found in the muffler. I don't know. 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 I already done that. I think the only thing I haven't shown is Blue Badger. Prosecutor trophy. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. This guy tried to run. I'm sorry. Oh, right, because I could have pressed her, but I like to see just in the floor plan, just to say it. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor. She was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet away from the car. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's correct. But there was a chain link fence in front of it. I went over it, of course. Amazing. The cough-up Queen Lunch Lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How come this guy didn't get away? Was this actually in the muffler? No, it wasn't. Okay. Present. File. Save state. Present. Darn, I really thought I had her on that one. There's no way she was that fast. And isn't the emergency phone on the other side of the fence, or am I dumb? The emergency phone was on the other side of the wall where she ran to, but, she gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just use her cell phone. Chief Frog's made to escape, but against Angel Starr resistance and Chief Tower. So no, you're not dumb. It's just it's on the other side of the wall and it wasn't working. So she went to her cell phone. Alright, I'm just going to throw things at the wall until it sticks. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So like literally the only thing I haven't done on this is Lana's cell phone, so which means it's not that sentence that I'm supposed to object something to. I would press that button right now to show that no, she didn't, because Alright, so Sierra just messaged me that she's not in the chat because she's watching on her Xbox, but she wants to know that I'm still watching, which I apologize because I am just bumbling. Found it! I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? You don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up! Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly have seen that Miss Sky was making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back side of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Ah! Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Gah! It's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me to question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told to the court. Here's where the counter attack begins. I can't afford to be wrong. The witness lied about... I'm gonna save the state because I'm chicken baby. Where she saw it. But it was out of order. What's significant about nothing? It would be pointless for her to lie about. What the witness actually did. In other words, Mr. Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Well, that's the pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me make a question to you. This war was witness to saw the crime. All testimony. Wait, hold on, real quick. I want to see if she did get the order of events. She lied about the order of events. Miss Sky used the emergency phone before the murder. I see. I hadn't thought of it. That took the wind out of her sails. Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder? Huh? Just when you think you can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright. You ordered the orange peel lunchbox, right? One more try. Okay, so it is where she saw it. Okay. From the security room. Maybe. I'm gonna save the steak because I'm a chicken baby. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level, so you can't see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from here. But why there? There are many other places she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't be in the park in the A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years I've been getting the better of men. To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Order, witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make any sense, huh? She could have just said that she saw this crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. How did she take that photograph if she was in the thing? That truth still stands. It still stands? I did scream, Mr. Edgeworth. What? The witness is found to be lying, and they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station, but she lied and said she saw it in the B block. What would change? What would change is this picture. Because why the angle at which she saw the crime would change. The angle? What do you mean? The security guard station's on the second floor, and she would have sort of had more 3D view of the crime, and this is important. Why? How should I like Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Okay, so I was wrong with that. That's nice to know. Distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one thing at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see what would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness, you... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch fresh from boysenberry jam of my boyfriend. Boysenberry to the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I've witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running toward the scene, but the door was locked and I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go to the visitors' parking in B block. It's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. For 5 minutes? That changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there who's in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. And the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. That's right. You have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I'm going to save the state because I'm... Are you sure I have it? Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and arrest. Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got a lunchboxes that tie pastas into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with your 5 minutes, Your Honor? Oh, well, I guess I feel the same. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you had the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant, and there's a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on her account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned, and with that, court is adjourned. Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of the trick lunchboxes? My apologies. You have no further questions to ask me, Miss Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple decker. Out of defense. Are you serious right now? Deference to the witness's determination. I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like a Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. She's gonna pull out of the lunchbox this time. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One, of course, was the victim's, and the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Skye's blood. The shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests. My eyes read, but my brain did not. My eyes read, but my brain did not. That's why I took the liberty of investigating it myself. And you had blood tests performed. Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You should know there's 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the defense department. In other words, this shoe is legal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective, as I mentioned previously. This shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was improved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. Could you at least study some evidence law? Really? Prosecution's complaint notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Well, it seems you have yet another court count against you witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Very well, Miss Wright. You may begin to cross-examine the witness. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I wanted people to look at the results. The results? How did I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy and vile lot of the prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing, manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is ready, she did it? False testimony is the most despicable crime of all. Let's just get this over with. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunch boxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox back, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. Detective blood requirements and one question of the victims. So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit anything as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with a little coup because she used to be a detective. She does appear to have blood. Makes sense. After all, a man was stabbed here. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other was the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's blood. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the victim with the blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was performed in cold blood. That's just a figure of speech. Actually, if you combine all the various blood types, there are millions of tests. It's practically impossible to narrow a single blood sample down to one person. Or, so I hear, millions of types. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA results, but they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. That ties it directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Mr. Wright! Do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe? I guess there's a problem. I'm gonna save the state in case I'm wrong. There's a problem with this shoe! I'm not imagining things. Actually, there's one critical problem with its evidence. It's a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd given you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem. This is Goodman's shoe, isn't it? Also, there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Which means that she walked through the blood. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a lot of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What can possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of the shoe? I don't know. Because she's wearing different shoes. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Notice the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. This contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. If there were bloody footprints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order! Well, witness. What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright. Think! Hey, I don't know why it's not here. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. Here, we were hoodwinked at the very end. But she slipped. There was one vital hint into the truth in her testimony. Well, what are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. I thought it was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask you a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? For me to want to know the reason why she knocked it over, the real reason? Ha! You don't mean. Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. Thanks for the raid, Civavoid X. How was your stream? erased the bloodstains that would have become evidence for her. Ah! That ties things up quite nice. The bloodstains left in the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil on it to tell her signs. That's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. It reminds me, Mrs. Sky's right hand was hurt. Did she say she cut herself when he stabbed him? So my brother's blood is on his shoe, then what happened? Well, I see no reason wrong. Mr. Wright, do something, please! Well, what can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she is trying to conceal it. But, enough. There's no need for further debate. Your Honor, your conviction, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Starr is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant Miss Lana Scar. Hold it! Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say I, Angel Starr, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd have your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox full of evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. Objection. We've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. A photograph? I had this in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in that video. Photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, Hines was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I could win this case from the beginning, and it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not till the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time, I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Objection! Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can't it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Take a look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I gotta go ahead with this. I suppose we come this far. We should give every claim a fair share. Very well, Mr. White. Show us the problem in this photograph. There's no blood on the shoe right now. Right? That's the problem? Well, it's probably here, don't you think? Hold on, Mr. Wright. Let me give you a piece of advice. When you point at something, at least remember to keep your eyes open. I believe he's trying to... The muffler. Problem is in this photograph, right here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf in any kind of this photograph. A muffler is a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as the part of the exhaust system or pipe. Oh, I see. I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there was something suspicious sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Sorry, Mr. Starr, but it's not Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us what you think. This muffler is related to the case. Well, because she said muffler. Well, Your Honor, how do you feel about that? Actually, I mean, about that. Alright, I don't know. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. muffler. Yeah. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means the piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. Oh. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I found myself wondering about that piece of cloth, and leaving questions unanswered. Here we go to the surface of the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once. Bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now. The court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? To be continued. I've streamed for much longer than I normally stream, but we just bumbled our way through this episode, so it took longer than normal. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and raid somebody. All right, let's see who all is online right now. Is Ali still online? Ali is not online, but our friend Rilla Raven is. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid Rilla Raven if it'll work this time. Because my cousin told me that last time when I tried to raid Ali, it didn't work. But hopefully it works this time. So, with that, see, it says 2 viewers are ready to raid Rilla Raven, and 6, 5, 4, 3 viewers. So I think we're good. So with that, you guys stay awesome. I know I will, and I'll see you next time.